Okay, people, welcome back to the channel of where the teams don't tend to score. And today I'm going to be giving out tips for Saturday and Sunday. I'm taking Friday off for sure, especially what happened with this week's picks. I shouldn't have stuck my nose into those leagues, and because England actually went pretty well, but everything else, the cup games, those Scottish, Saudi leagues, that's on me, boys. But anyway, for the newcomers, I suggest that you bet on goals instead of outcomes of games, and also try to bet on singles or doubles instead of the huge accumulators. Now let's start off with the Serie A, one of my favorite leagues to bet on, a game between Verona and Lazio. Verona is currently in the relegation zone, however they're coming off two huge results for them, two draws where they scored and conceded a lot. And Lazio is coming off three huge wins, even though they were all in different competitions, Coppa Italia, Champions League, Serie A. But Lazio have been absolutely terrible away. They have three straight losses, and that's why I'm waiting for them to bounce back. In the beginning of the season, we're really good in predicting on Lazio, so let's get back to it. I mean, with the way Verona is conceded, my tip here is to take the Lazio train for them to score over one goal. You can even go over 1.5, but that's a risky bet. But here, over one goal for odds 144, not great. I think is a safe pick. I think Lazio will at least be scoring against this Verona team. Now, for the second tip, we stay in the Serie A game between Atalanta and Milan. I know majority of you hate both of those teams because they haven't been scoring goals for us. Atalanta is in the same situation. They haven't won 4 consecutive games in the league. That's just like Man City. And Milan ended their streak of not winning. They have 2 consecutive victories in a row. Not impressive though against Frosinone and Fiorentina. In the past 2 years, Milan has had Atalanta's number, especially in Bergamo. And I do think that Atalanta will be scoring against Milan. So I will advise you to go BTTS here. The odds are currently pretty good. It's at 180. So that will be my second tip. Both teams to score. By the way, before we get into the other tips, I was actually in Bergamo today because I have another channel. It's a passion of mine where I go to different stadiums. I already done 4 in Italy and I'm planning to go to other countries. So let me know. Maybe I'll come to visit a stadium in your country and check that channel out. It's called Till the Stadium. Subscribe and check out the videos. I think you'll like them. It's really fun to make. Thanks, guys. Now for the third tip, we head to the English Championship, a game between QPR and Hull. Championship, you know how it is. It can be tricky. A lot of teams are really close to each other. It feels like one day you're in the promotion zone, the other day you're getting relegated. But I do like this game. QPR has 2 consecutive victories and Hull has been up and down all year long. But even though they lose, they always manage to score a goal. It's been 9 consecutive games that Hull has been scoring. So I'm going to roll with Hull here. Of course, to play it safe, we're going to go over 1 for odds 155. And I suggest you get the website that has the over 1 goal bet. And I'm sure a lot of you have already done that. Now for the fourth tip, we head to the Bundesliga, game between Union Berlin and Borussia. You may be wondering why Union, they're supposed to be on the blacklist. But guys, seems like they're back. They have 3 draws in the last 4 games. But hear me out here. Now, Borussia has been amazing, especially in terms of scoring goals. In the last 7 games, they lost 1 game, and that was the derby against Dortmund, where they had a 2-0 lead. They have been scoring in every single game, but I'm also still not sold on Union here because they have conceded in 18 consecutive games. The bookies are giving us here decent odds, especially for Bundesliga. It's at 170 for Borussia just to score over 1 goal. So they have to score 1, and if they score 2, you win the bet. But why not go with it? I like Borussia here against Union, at least to score. Now for the last tip, to finish it off on Saturday, let's head to the French League, a game between Rennes and Monaco. We had Monaco against Montpellier over 1.5 last weekend. They managed to score in the 94th minute. Let's check out this game. Rennes has been really underperforming this year, only 1 win in the last 5 games. And Monaco did lose some ground on PSG because they had that huge loss. 5-2. We also had Monaco there over with 0.5 goals, but they're still scoring in good amounts. I think we have a hot hand on Monaco here. They are the 2nd best attack in France. I like Monaco in this game. Safe bet again. Over 1 goal. Odds are currently at 147. I think also BTTS is not a bad option here, but I prefer to go with Monaco. Now let's start off with the Sunday's tips. Let's stay in the French League. A game between Lyon and Toulouse. Lyon are bottom of the table, 3 losses in a row. Toulouse are not much better. Their last win was in October. So to be honest with you, I have a weird feeling about this game because Toulouse hasn't won in so long and Lyon has been conceding a lot of goals. And when I saw the odds, bookies are giving us really good odds here. 183 for Toulouse just to score over 1 goal. And I think they'll manage against Lyon. So my tip here would be is to go with Toulouse over 183 odds. For the second tip, let's head to the Premier League, a game between two teams that are on absolute streaks right now, Fulham and West Ham. Fulham had the huge victory against Nottingham. We had it. And West Ham, we also had BTTS against Tottenham. The game just finished and West Ham pulled it off again. Poor Spurs, 5 consecutive results without a win. That's worse than Man City. Back to the game, what's not to like about it in terms of goals? I mean, Fulham is scoring at a crazy pace and West Ham is winning games. I think both of those teams are going to be scoring in this one. The bookies are giving us odds 168 for BTTS. Now for the third tip, let's head to the Belgian League, a game between Anderlecht and Saint-Liège. Those two teams actually met today. Anderlecht won that game 2-0 and they're continuing their streak of over 1.5 goals at home. That's already 6 out of the 7 games this season. And Liège have 4 losses in a row where they conceded over 1.5 goals. So my tip here is to go with Anderlecht's momentum of scoring to take over 1.5 for odds 158. Now let's end it in the Serie A. We have 2 games on Sunday. First one is Roma against Fiorentina. Roma has been amazing at home, 7 consecutive victories. They're actually doing pretty well in Serie A. They caught up now to the top 4 places. And I really have a hate and love relationship with Fiorentina because I think they're a really underrated team. They just proved us the last 3 games they actually have been scoring goals finally. That's what I'm expecting from them. But every single time I took on them, I've been cursed. No goals from Fiorentina. And you know, for the last time, I'm actually going to go with Fiorentina here. It is not an easy thing to score in Rome. But I believe that this game is going to be BTTS, but I'll go with the safer option for Fiorentina to score. The odds are currently at 150, but come on, they have to score 1 goal for me. So I won't blame you though if you don't take this game. So my fourth tip is Fiorentina over 0.5 goals for odds 150. Now the second game in Serie A, Salernitana against Bologna. We'll end it here for Sunday. Salernitana is the worst team in Serie A. They have the most goals conceded. And Bologna is another really solid team. I'm surprised by this stat that when they play away, they haven't scored in most of the games except one, and that was against the Inter when they came back from 2-0 deficit to draw that game 2-2. And I feel confident in Bologna in this game with the way Salernitana has been conceding. So I'll be playing it more risky here. I'll be going with Bologna over 1.5 goals. The bookies are currently giving us odds 216. But for you guys, take the safe option as always. Go with over 1 goal for odds 146. Guys, this is it for this weekend. We have about 10 tips. Hope you're happy with them. Hopefully it's not going to end up like what's been happening during this week. And if you appreciate the information that I provide you, hit the thumbs up. And even if you don't take the bets, I hope you guys ace it this weekend. So bet responsibly, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next one. Adios.